Let's take a look at a few early commemorative coins recently sold at auction. Texas has a complicated and colorful history, but 1836 was an especially important year. The Battle of the Alamo, General Sam Houston's trapping of Santa Anna's forces, and declaring itself as an independent republic all took place in 1836. This coin seeks to commemorate all of that, and it is graded by NGC as MS67+. When it was passed over the auctioneer's block, it was sold for $900. If you happen to have already watched my top 15 greatest American coins of all time video, then you likely already know that I hold the Oregon Trail commemorative half-dollar coin in fairly high esteem. It was meant to commemorate the pioneers that traveled the 2,000 miles of the Oregon Trail. This coin is from the last year of issue for this type, 1939, and was graded by NGC as MS67+, and at auction it was sold for $1,200. The 1936 Delaware Tercentenary half-dollar celebrates 300 years since the first permanent European settlement was established in the Delaware Valley, when 24 settlers of Dutch, Swedish, German, and Finnish descent established Fort Christina near what is modern-day Willington in Delaware. This coin is graded as MS67 by PCGS, and at auction it was sold for the amount of $1,440. Here we have the Daniel Boone commemorative half-dollar from 1935, and a prime example of when and exactly how the commemorative half-dollar program began to go completely off the rails and became just plain exploitative. It was minted in 1934 to 1938 at all three working mints, so taking into account mint marks, dates, and subtle design variations, there are 16 different issues for this one commemorative coin in a 4-year period. This example was graded by PCGS as MS67 with CAC certification, and as such saw a closing price at auction of $1,440. The 1937 Roanoke Island commemorative half-dollar celebrates 350 years since the founding of the first colony in America by Walter Raleigh in 1584 at Roanoke in North Carolina, as well as the birth of Virginia Dare, the first European child to be born in North America. Only 29,000 coins were sold, and today this example is housed in a PCGS slab with a grade of MS67+, for which it secured a final price of $1,680. The Maryland Tercentenary half-dollar commemorates 300 years since the first English colonists settled in Maryland in 1634, arriving aboard the ships the Ark and Dove. It depicts Cecil Calvert, who held the royal charter for the colony and named it after the Queen Consort Henrietta Maria. Graded as MS67 by PCGS, the coin had little trouble attaining a closing price of $1,740. The Stone Mountain Memorial half-dollar was minted to mark the commencement of the efforts to carve Stone Mountain Confederate Memorial. The obverse of the coin depicts General Robert E. Lee as well as General Thomas Stonewall Jackson, both on horseback, modeled after the image on the memorial itself. This example of the coin was graded by PCGS as MS67+ and managed to attain a closing price at auction of $1,800. In 1915, San Francisco celebrated not only the opening of the Panama Canal, but also its own triumphant return following the devastating earthquake and subsequent fires of 1906 by hosting the Panama Pacific International Exposition. To mark the occasion, a set of coins, including this silver $half was minted. This example here is graded by NGC as MS-65 and was sold at auction for $1,980. The 1903 McKinley gold dollar was issued alongside the Jefferson gold dollar of the same date to celebrate 100 years since the Louisiana Purchase took place in 1803, as well as a souvenir commemorative for the Louisiana Purchase exposition held in St. Louis. This example of the coin was graded by NGC as MS-67+ and was sold at auction for a total of $2,520. Its companion, Jefferson dollar, by comparison, was then sold and graded by PCGS as MS-66 for the price of $1,170. The 1947 Iowa Centennial $half coin commemorates 100 years since Iowa was admitted to the Union as a fully fledged state. It was also the first commemorative coin authorized since 1937, and its design is remarkably reminiscent of that of the 1976 bicentennial $half coin, although this coin depicts the state capitol building in Iowa and not, in fact, Independence Hall. The coin is graded as MS-68 by PCGS and managed to raise $2,520. In 1922, the US Mint issued both gold dollars and silver $half to commemorate 100 years since the birth of President Ulysses S. Grant. Even though the act authorizing the coins allowed for a staggering 250,000 coins to be struck, only about 72,000 coins were actually sold. Here we have one of these scarcer varieties with the star just above Grant's name, of which only 4,250 coins were in fact distributed by the Mint. This one graded as MS-64 by NGC to sell for $2,640. And then one of the gold dollars was also available to bid on. This coin was graded as PCGS MS-66 and sold by auction's close for $2,340. The Hawaiian Sesquicentennial $half coin from 1928 has one of the smallest mintages from this series, with only 10,000 coins distributed, 50 of which were in fact proof strikes, commemorating 150 years since the arrival of Captain James Cook on the Hawaiian Islands. This example of the coin is today certified by PCGS as MS-64 and was offered at auction for $3,120. And then lastly, we have the 1936 Bridgeport $half, minted to commemorate the 100-year anniversary of the incorporation of the city, which was originally founded in 1639 and formed a part of Stratford, but was not officially incorporated as a city in its own right until 1836. 25,000 of these coins were originally minted with its very distinctive Art Nouveau style on the reverse design. Graded as PCGS MS-67, it was sold at auction for $3,720. Subscribe to WNN and feel free to watch another video about American coins right here next. For the World Numismatic News, I am Numisman saying thank you for watching, keep collecting, and have a fantastic day.